Hello and welcome to Synthetic Oil Info. In this video I wanted to talk about the rest of the Signature Series synthetic oil line from AMSOIL. In the first video we talked about the 0W-30 oil specifically, so refer back to that first video if you want to hear about it. But in this one I wanted to cover the rest of the products that are in that Signature Series gasoline engine oil lineup. And they include the 0W-20, 5W-20, 5W-30, and 10W-30 viscosities. These are the remaining oils that are in AMSOIL's premier top-of-the-line gasoline engine oil lineup. Again, whenever you see that Signature Series label, you know that you're getting the best product from AMSOIL for that particular application. Like the 0W-30, these other weights or viscosities also carry a 12.6 total base number. And again, that total base number is what is used to calculate that oil's ability to withstand the acid formation and control the acid formation in the oil. And that acid is a byproduct of the combustion process that takes place inside of an internal combustion engine. And that's one of the things that really leads to an oil no longer being able to protect the inside of your engine, is because it loses the ability to control that acid formation. So again, the higher the total base number, the better that oil can withstand that acid formation. So if you have a vehicle that calls for either a 0W-20, a 5W-20, a 530, or 1030 weight oil, these are absolutely AMSOIL's best. These oils consistently score in the #1 position when they are tested against their competition. These are made from Group 4 PAO base stocks, and I know that's getting into some scientific terms there, but if you do any forum searches for PAO, you'll find out that the original synthetic oils that were developed for automotive applications back in the 1960s and 70s were all based on a PAO base stocks. And it was a 1999 decision by the National Advertising Division of the Federal Trade Commission that allowed most of the other oil companies to move their top-of-the-line, what they now call a full synthetic oil, down to what we refer to as a Group 3 base stock. It is not PAO based. So if you go look at most of the other competition's oils out there, even though they say they're full synthetic, they are not made from Group 4 base stock oils, and there is a big difference. AMSOIL's Signature Series is still PAO based. It is Group 4 oil with some Group 5 esters added for cold flow pumpability, and so there's not a better oil on the market. If you have a vehicle that calls for 5W-20, do not be afraid to use the 0W-20 as well. Same way, if you have a vehicle that calls for 10W-30, a lot of your older cars called for 10W-30. Do not be afraid to use the 5W-30 or even the 0W-30 that we talked about in the first video. The lighter that first number, or lower that first number before the W, just tells you that that oil is going to flow better in winter conditions. So the colder it gets, the lower you want that number before the W. And so if you can get that first number to be a 0, that's going to allow that oil to pump faster and more easily through your engine when it is cold. Even if you live in climates where it doesn't get all that cold, the lower that number, the faster that oil is going to move through your engine, even when it's up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. There's still a warm-up period for your oil where it has to come up to temperature with the rest of the engine. And so the easier that oil flows through your engine, even on a 75-degree day, the less wear and tear that's going to be caused to your engine. Most of the wear that takes place in an internal combustion engine happens within the first few minutes of operation, especially at startup, in those first few seconds where the oil pump may not yet have pumpable oil that it can move through your engine, and so you have metal to metal contact. Crankshaft is actually touching bearings. Bearings are touching, rings are making full contact with the cylinder without an oil barrier in there, and that's where you're getting your wear. And if you run a top quality synthetic oil like these AMSOIL Signature Series oils, they actually cling to those metal parts and bearings better when the engine shuts off at night. They don't all drain back into the crankcase, and so that way in the next day when you get ready to start your car up, there's still oil left on all those surfaces, and it maintains that barrier in between those metal parts, and that greatly reduces your startup engine wear. When you first look at these oils and you think, wow, that's a really expensive oil, nothing could be farther from the truth. The Signature Series oil from AMSOIL, even if you're looking at $10, $12 a quart, depending on the application or where you're buying it, that is in the long run, the absolute cheapest oil you can put into your vehicle from a cost perspective, in terms of cost of ownership of your vehicle, because it is going to greatly extend the life of your engine, and it is going to allow you to run that oil much longer than you could ever think of running a conventional oil or even a cheaper Group 3 hydrocracked synthetic oil. So it really does turn out to save you money in the long run multiple ways. It saves you money by not having to change it as often, and it saves you money by reducing or eliminating the wear and tear on your engine components that will allow you to get 2 to 3 times the or more wear out of that, or life out of that engine. So again, these are AMSOIL's top of the line. They do not make a better oil than this. For your applications, these are it. So if you're looking for the best products that AMSOIL makes, these are them. I'll post the links in the video box below, so you can go right to the AMSOIL website and purchase these, and take a look at becoming a preferred customer. If you're going to purchase $100 or more of AMSOIL products in a year, I recommend that you take a look at becoming a preferred customer. It allows you to buy at the wholesale price, and AMSOIL will ship these products right to your door. And even if you don't change your own oil, you can order these products, ship them right to your door, and carry them to your installer or your quick lube or whoever does your oil changes for you, and just say, hey, I need to get an oil change, and I'm bringing my own oil and filter. People do it all the time, so don't be afraid of that. You do not have to buy the oil and filter that your dealership or that your Quick Lube or Walmart or anybody else is selling. You can simply pay them to perform the labor, and they'll do the rest of the checks and services on your car like they normally would, if that's included in the price of the package that you're purchasing from them. They just won't charge you for the oil and filter, and so save yourself a little bit more money off of their service there and use a better quality oil and filter. Again, my name is Tom Brown. This is Synthetic Oil Info. Thanks for watching, and please like us and follow us, subscribe to our channel, and look out for more videos, and be prepared to learn more about synthetic oil and why it is the best thing you can do for your vehicles and equipment. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.